Have you ever just stopped mid-sentence wondering, should I say can, may, or might? You're not alone. They feel so similar, right? But picking the right one actually makes a huge difference. So in the next few minutes, we're going to crack this code for good. Let's dive in.
Okay, let's jump right in with a little quiz. Take a look at this sentence. Spices, blank, be expensive. What do you think fits best? Can, may, might? Go ahead, take a guess. Hold that thought, because by the end of this, you'll know the answer for sure, and you'll get the super simple rule behind it.
All right, first up, the word can. This is our starting point. It's often the first one we learn, but when it comes to talking about possibility, its job is actually pretty specific.
Here's the main thing you need to remember about can. It's all about general possibility. Think of it like stating a general rule or a fact about how the world works. It's something that's typically true for pretty much anyone, anywhere.
And that brings us right back to our first sentence. The best choice here is can. So why? Well, because we're stating a general truth about spices. It's not a guess about one specific jar of saffron you're holding. It's a known fact about spices as a whole category.
Yeah, a picture like this says it all, doesn't it? When you look at a whole market full of spices, the statement, spices can be expensive, isn't really a guess. It's just a general truth. Some are cheap, some are definitely not. That's just a fact of life when it comes to spices.
Here's another fantastic example. When someone says, you can learn a lot by watching cooking shows, that you isn't just about you personally. It really means anyone. It's a broad statement about something that's generally possible for people to do. And that is exactly why can is the perfect word here.
Okay, so let's bring may and might into the picture. If can is for the big general truths, think of these two words as zooming in on one specific chance in one particular situation.
Now, for what we're talking about today, you can pretty much treat may and might as twins. They're basically interchangeable. Their whole job is to talk about a specific possibility. They're not for stating facts, they're for making a guess. The whole idea is just, hey, there's a chance this could happen.
See the difference there? Now, we're not talking about all spices everywhere. We're talking about the spices at that one specific store. Maybe they're more expensive, maybe they're not. There's a chance. It's a guess about this one particular place.
And this is where people sometimes get tripped up. You wouldn't say Liza can be late if you mean there's a chance she's running behind right now. Her being late today isn't some general truth about the universe. It's a specific possibility for this one instance. So you'd say Liza may be late or Liza might be late.
Okay, let's put these ideas head to head. I think seeing them side by side is really the best way to make this whole thing click.
This chart just makes it crystal clear, doesn't it? On one side, you have pepper can make you sneeze. That's a general fact about pepper. But on the other, this pepper might be too spicy for you is a specific guess about one pepper and your own taste. And that's the difference in a nutshell. A general truth versus a specific chance.
All right, you've got the rules of the game. Now it's time to flex those grammar muscles and see how it all works in action.
So what do you think about this one? The weather blank be breezy tomorrow. Are we talking about a general truth here or a specific chance?
So this is actually a little bit of a trick question. The answer is both can and may totally work here. But, and this is the cool part, they create two completely different meanings.
Check this out. If you say the weather may be breezy, you're talking specifically about tomorrow's forecast. There's a chance of wind. But if you say it can be breezy, you're making a general statement about the climate where you are. You're basically saying, it's definitely possible to get windy days around here this time of year. See the difference?
Okay, let's try just one more. Eating out every day, blank, be expensive. Which word feels like it fits the most common, everyday idea here?
In this case, can is really the most natural fit because we're stating a general truth that most people would agree with. Sure, you could say it might be expensive for a specific person, depending on their budget, but that broader, factual statement really calls for can.
So, if you're going to remember just one thing, let it be this. When you're talking about a general truth, something that's just how the world works, use can. And when you're making a specific guess about a situation right now or in the future, go with may or might. It's honestly that simple.
So there you have it. You've basically got the keys to unlock the language of possibility. But of course, this brings up another classic grammar puzzle. When you're asking for permission, should you say can I or may I? Well, that sounds like a puzzle for another day.